Welcome to FootballGamePlan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 6 preview between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Eagles.
More than likely, Nick Foles will get the start this week for the Philadelphia Eagles, but in this offense, the quarterback can be de-emphasized because what they want to do offensively is built around LaShawn McCoy in that ground game. However, you want to take advantage of the Bucs' over-aggressiveness early, so look for Chip Kelly to try to expand the Bucs' defense and attack vertically down the field. Defensively for the Eagles, mission number one is to take away Doug Martin. You want to make Mike Glennon beat you throwing the football, and I would expect the Eagles to sell out very early versus the run, and their run defense hasn't been bad all season long, and to make Tampa one-dimensional. Now, in order for these guys to improve on the back end, they're going to have to start getting to the quarterback more consistently, and pattern reading and passing guys off in the secondary would definitely have to improve. Now let's move over to the Bucs in this ball game, and in his second start, Mike Glennon will have to be able to beat the blitz of the Philadelphia Eagles, and look for the Eagles to try to force Glennon into throwing into trap defenses. However, if there's a chance for a young quarterback to get into a groove throwing the football, it would be versus this Eagles secondary. Now defensively, the Bucs are playing winning ball right now. They're stopping the run, they're very active versus the pass, and they're also getting off the field on third downs. This week versus Nick Foles, the key is getting Foles off the spot. So I'll look for defensive coordinator Bill Sheridan to dial up different blitzes, overload blitzes, to try to flush Foles out of the pocket. And in the secondary, they're going to have to allow Darrelle Revis to mirror Deshaun Jackson. You want your biggest strength versus their biggest strength on offense.
The Philadelphia Eagles are facing a rookie quarterback, Mike Glennon, entering his second start for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know they want to get pressure on him and influence him into some bad decisions, but they don't want to get beat deep back there in the secondary. So I'm going to show you how they can get pressure on the edges and still stay in cover two versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers passing game. Now, this is an obvious throwing situation, let's say a third down situation if the Bucs go spread. And naturally, when you bring pressure, your built-in hot reads are your inside wide receivers, and that's what they want to take away, and they also want to bring pressure from the outside. So I'm going to show you how they're going to get this done. Slightly put the 5 technique on the outside shoulder of the tackle. Why? Because he's going to cross face and shoot the gap here. We're going to have the nose play straight through the center, try to bull him back into the quarterback's face. We're also going to bring the 5 technique, same rules apply, slightly outside shoulder, bring him inside here, and we're going to send the backers off the edge. And what that's going to do is going to signify to Mike Glennon that, hey, I got to get rid of this football quickly to the flats. That's why you have the inside backers buzzing, taking away the flat read right here. Cornerback's job is to get bump in your classic cover two, try to funnel things inside to where your safeties are playing deep halves. So that's the key, getting pressure while still being able to play 4 underneath coverage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 safeties back deep on the hash. I think that's a great way the Philadelphia Eagles can get pressure on Mike Glennon while also protecting themselves on the back end. Now on the flip side, you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that would also love to get pressure on Michael Vick or Nick Foles back there in the pocket, whomever's the quarterback going to be. And if it's Nick Foles, you definitely want to utilize one of Tom Coughlin's specialty blitzes called the Okie Snake. And I'm going to show you how they can get pressure by sending an overload blitz and playing zone on the front side. Show you right here where we have an Okie front, you have the 2 backers inside. We also have a backer here. We got a nickel defense. We got a nickel back in the game. Spread set. And we're going to put the guy in motion. We're going to put this guy in motion. And the good thing about this defense, about this blitz, you don't follow the motion guy. Everybody adjusts. This backer sets the tone. He's going to designate whether or not where the blitz is coming from. And you're sending the backer, the nickel back, as well as the strong safety weak side, so that way you have coverage on the front side. So that's why you put your free safety, your better coverage safety, over the tight end in this Okie Snake blitz. So what we're going to do, we're going to have the cornerback playing a half a field. So he's going to play this receiver here. And as he sees the guy go in motion, the nickelback now knows he has the alert for a blitz as well as the backer. Now what we're going to do up front, we're going to have the defensive end drop back in a banjo coverage versus the tight end. If the tight end runs out, he has the inside leverage. The backer now has the inside leverage of this receiver here. So you have your zone on this side because your free safety will work over and get over top and cover half the field. You see how that works out? Your combo covering the tight end inside, outside, and we also have inside-outside coverage on the slot receiver. Cornerback out here is getting a good bump on that receiver, slowing down the process so the free safety can get over top and play the half of the field. Now what we have on this side, like I said before, you don't follow the motion guy. Nickelback works up, Boom, he's coming. You have the defensive end as well. He's playing outside contain. You have the backer. His job is to attack the inside A gap. Boom, he's going. Tackle is going to cross face up the center and attack the A gap. So now you got double A gap pressure. You have the defensive end and the nickelback coming from this side. What about the B gap? As the cadence start to wind down, you have the strong safeties coming. Boom, he's shooting that gap right there. So now you have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys coming weak side, trying to flush the QB this way, because what we have over here, we're going to have the backer rob the middle as well. So you're well protected in the middle of the field, you're well protected on the play side, and you're well protected getting backside pressure. So that's how they can flush Nick Foles out of the pocket. Also, Michael Vick, whoever's going to be back there mostly is going to be Foles. So I like the way they can utilize this Tom Coughlin special, the Okie Snake.
The X factor for the Eagles in this ballgame will be their offensive line. I just talked about how everything they want to do offensively is built around the ground game, and Tampa does a great job up front reestablishing the line of scrimmage, so you look for the Eagles to have to win those battles at the point of attack if they want to have success offensively. The X factor for the Bucs will be running back Doug Martin. You want to help out a young quarterback, get that ground game going, and keeping him in second and short, third and short, manageable type situations, and I think they can be successful, so it's up to Doug Martin to get that running game going very early. Now here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For the Eagles, the linebackers getting proper run fits is key. We know Tampa loves to move their guards. In the ground game, you want to beat the guards to the spot, reestablish the line of scrimmage, and bottle up Doug Martin in that ground game. And communication in the secondary is key. A lot of times you see the Eagles blowing coverage assignments. You have to be able to communicate back there in order to play excellent pass defense. You want to stick with the script no matter who's the quarterback, whether it's Nick Foles or Michael Vick. Run the football, run your way to victory, and you can have a chance to go on the road and knocking off the Bucs. And for the Bucs in this ball game, you want to take shots downfield early. Take full advantage of the miscommunication or lack thereof that's going on in the Eagles secondary and try to hit some big plays downfield. And I would attack the edges in the running game versus this Eagles defense. I think the Bucs can get to the outside with Doug Martin, so you want to attack the edges with those off-tackle runs or those counters going to the weak or strong side. And continue stellar red zone defense. I love the way the Bucs are playing defense in the red zone. They're holding opponents to 3 and not 7. Continue that this week versus Philadelphia. You have a great shot of knocking off the Eagles. The Eagles in this ballgame, I think their defense is fast and athletic enough to cause frustration for Mike Glennon, so I do believe the Eagles will be able to go on the road, play better defense, and knock off the Bucs. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Eagle fan forums and Buck fan forums for always showing football game plan support.